Yo, what's up, my peoples? Phil Facts. Yo, my bad. I was listening to some stuff I'm working on. Shout out to all my peoples. Shout out to the Knicks Nation. Shout out to OG Audio. Shout out to the diehard True Knick fans. Shout out to my man White Falcon 44, my man Steve Mendez. Shout out to everybody that been subscribing and following me. I appreciate you. I just want to let y'all know it's only the beginning, y'all. So to all my people that support me, this blunt's for you. Today I want to talk about a lot of different things in sports. There's a lot going on. I know the people that follow me, I know y'all saw me posting about boxing. I didn't get too many comments. I'm surprised. I don't know if everybody's following boxing like they should, but right now boxing is popping. Combat sports, period, is popping right now. And there's a lot of politics going on. I know that's probably what the turnoff is for boxing. It's too much politics. And even though it's a man's sport, it does involve a lot of feelings. So, you know, it's hard to, how do I say? It's hard to have a good discussion about boxing sometimes, depending on who you're speaking with, because everybody isn't always informed. They just go off of what they hear and what they feel. But I'm not trying to diss nobody. Sometimes your perspective is your perspective. It doesn't make you right or wrong, so it's all good. But yo, Teofimo and Lomachenko, I want to start off with that because to me, that's like the biggest thing that's happened in sports. I know that baseball is popping, but I'm not really a baseball guy, especially when the Yankees ain't playing. So we out of it. So I'm not really focused on baseball. The Giants finally won a game, and I'm happy about that, but it's still not much to talk about because with them, we already know that this season is basically over, and we got to be patient with them. And they need time to grow. They need time to grow, and they need time to gel. So with the Giants, I'm not going to get into that. But boxing, all right. Recently, as of yesterday, or really you should say right after the fight, not only was Lomachenko a spoiled sport, but now he got excuses why he lost. And that's crazy. Not feeling that. Really not feeling that. If he was injured that bad, he shouldn't have fought. That's an excuse. And also, too, if he was injured and he did still continue to, proceed with the fight, then that shows that he didn't respect his opponent and he deserved what he got. Because clearly, injured, you weren't good enough. Although anyone that's seen the fight and is a real boxing fan, you could see why he lost. He lost because he started too late. He lost because he doesn't fight off the back foot well. He can't move back and fight. He's a side-to-side, mid-range type fighter. He's very good at, avoiding punches, but only at a certain range. If you can keep him back, or if he has to go back and fight a little more defensive, he can't do it. He can't do it. He's no Mayweather. He's no Ali. That was very disrespectful comparisons people were making. I'm not going to get into that conversation, but I will acknowledge that people were bugging. And now that he lost, instead of people, putting him in the position where he belongs, because he shouldn't be in the top. He shouldn't be pound for pound anything. At this point, he's been exposed. He's 14-2. He has 2 losses in 16 fights in his professional career. There's no way that he's pound for pound. Now with my man Bologna, who got fucking 15 knockouts in a row before the third round, He's not on the pound for pound list. You ever think about that? So, Lomachenko fans and the people that run boxing have been exposed. And you know what? I'm going to support Teofimo Lopez. Now, there's a few things that's coming up right after Teofimo. You know, sucker shit. It's crazy when you on top, people start shooting for you. So this is a lesson learned for a lot of us. This happens to all of us. And it's funny, this young man has accomplished a great achievement, and people are trying to throw salt all over it. They trying to pressure situations, and I understand as fans, we have a right to do this. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying anyone is wrong for feeling how they feel, thinking what they're thinking, but it doesn't mean I have to agree with all the things that are out there, and I don't. I don't agree with people trying to pressure Teofimo to, how do I say this? It seems like almost Devin Haney fans, because I like Devin Haney. I've expressed that before. I would love to see that fight. I would definitely love to see that fight. But I don't think that we should try to con or set a precedent for Teofimo's career on what he should do. I mean, and then if he doesn't fight Devin Haney. I say this because I feel like, honestly, people that are Devin Haney fans and are lying when they say they like Teofimo because they have no choice to say because he's nice. They are upset that Teofimo was given the opportunity that Devin Haney they felt he should have gotten. They felt like Lomachenko ducked Devin Haney. Well, as far as we all know, both Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez had been calling Lomachenko out. But the reality is that Teofimo was a lot more disrespectful and tried to make it a lot more personal. And that was a lot more effective than the approach that Devin took trying to get that fight. Devin Haney's fans and Devin Haney seem to try to always put the onus on others and make it as if people are ducking him, when the reality is that in boxing, the champions get to choose who they're going to fight. There's a lot of politics, and I think his team has done well. And I don't blame Devin Haney for protecting his brand and trying to, how shall I say, navigate the way that people perceive him. But I don't agree with a lot of fans who jump on the side of what someone else should do so that Devin Haney can get his shine. If he got to wait, he got to wait. If Teofimo decides to fight him, that'd be dope because we'll know who's going to fight champion. We know there's a lot of politics. Devin Haney's belt, how he reclaimed it, even though it's a messed up situation for him because he was injured. They took his belt, and then when he came back ready and wanted to fight Lomachenko dropped the title. And like Teofimo said, Devin Haney received the email that he was champion again. So that's not Devin Haney's fault. I believe he was in a position and he deserved it. It didn't make sense to how do I say, have like a, how sometimes they have when a vacant belt, when a title is vacant, a lot of times they'll have fighters, the two top ranked fighters fight for that title. But Devin Haney was he had just came off an injury. He was the champion. And like I said, the way he lost his belt, it's understandable how he received the title or regained the title. But it's not the most honorable traditional way either. I don't hear anyone getting on him about how he reclaimed his title. Not saying that he wouldn't have gotten it back had he had to fight someone for it, but he didn't have to fight anyone for it to get it back. So that makes Teofimo's comment, there's some truth to what he said about being an email champion. And I know that Devin Haney fans don't like to hear that, but The truth is the truth. The truth is based on facts, and that's a fact. Now, I know that also makes them upset because it tarnishes the route Devin Haney's trying to take to build up his career. And as a fan, you want to see your man do his thing. And he's been, the opportunities haven't always presented themselves. But you know what? You can't take that out on another boxer who's trying to make his own mark. If Teofimo decides to drop that title and go to 140, how's the fans being robbed when Devin Haney is not going to stay at 135 either? He'll be up at 140. And if he wants Teofimo that bad, then go up. If you want to dominate 135, there's no such thing as unfinished business. If you're you don't always got to clear out a division to be a great champion. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of ways that you can go about becoming great. It's not set in stone, and it's not what others want. If you are capable of finding a path and you are capable of sustaining your mission and staying on point and making it happen and achieving your goal, then more power to you. So right now, Teofimo is the unified champ. Everyone is acknowledging him as undisputed, which is cool. But he won his belts in the ring. So I don't think he's undisputed either, but I do think that he deserves more respect. And I understand, I wouldn't say he's an asterisk champion. I think that's disrespectful to his achievement, and it's a little bit of, how could I call it, rebuttal, jealous rebuttal, because of the comment about the email champion. So you find a flaw in my position, I find a flaw in yours. I don't like that. That's corny on both of their behalves, but it's boxing. It makes things spicy, and I want to see that fight. And like the rest of us, but I'm not going to shit on Teofimo, and I'm not trying to shit on Devin Haney. It's just that most of the channels that I watch, it seems like everybody is just a Devin Haney fan, and they type that Teofimo did. I've even heard comments like, "Oh, if Devin Haney would have fought him, he would have got rid of him easy." It's comments like that that's whack, because how many times have we been wrong? Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of times that we're right. There's a lot of times you could clear, like when Terrence Crawford fights certain people, we already know what's going to happen. But we cannot say that what Teofimo Lopez did to Lomachenko, that Devin Haney would have done it until it transpired, and it never did. So that's neither here nor there. And once again, that's a way of taking away from what Teofimo did and lessening his achievement. And I think that's not cool. I don't like that. I really don't. I'm a fan of both fighters. Like I said, I want to see them fight. It doesn't matter in what weight class. I don't think that the fight should happen right now. Be honest with you, I don't think that Devin Haney will beat Teofimo Lopez. He looks great against all the bums he's been fighting too. But right now, Teofimo has victories over two very, very good champions. Richard Comey was a good champion until he ran into Teofimo. Do we know if Devin Haney would have did to Richard Comey? Teofimo knocked him out in the second round. Who has Devin Haney knocked out in the second round like that? With that skill set and that background. Teofimo just beat the number one ranked pound for pound, boxer in the world, according to many venues. And I'm not saying that I didn't think Devin Haney could beat. I wanted Devin Haney to fight Lomachenko, but I don't think it's fair to predict what the outcome would have been. Shoulda, coulda, would have. That's not fair. I know what my ruling interest would have been. That's crazy. I'm just talking about that just to be fair, because like I said, that's not cool what I'm hearing. Was circulating around certain circles, man. When it comes to this kid's career, he should do whatever he feels is best for him. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't like the duck season shit, but I don't know if Teofimo not fighting Devin Haney is ducking, because if I accomplish more than you and I'm on my way and you still stuck in a certain spot where I used to be, why do I got to pull you up? He said that in the ring, Teofimo, and it's not bullshit. That's real shit. Why am I worrying about your career? Now, like he said, if you want to hurry up and rush and let me fuck your career up, cool. Now, I would like to see if that would happen. I don't know. Like I said, I think that Teofimo could beat Devin Haney, but I don't know. Most people think that Devin Haney will beat Teofimo. But like I said, after seeing Teofimo against the competition that I've seen him face, so far Devin Haney hasn't faced anyone on that level. So fighting Teofimo for him, that would be a shit. That would help Dev a lot. And then we would know who would be the undisputed 135. But if Teofimo drops those belts, that still could be a possibility. He would just have to fight for those belts with other people. And then he could say he dominated and cleared out 135. But what is that called? The clout chasing shit? That shit needs to stop in boxing because it's corny. Boxing is a man's sport, and it's too many female tactics being used in the shit. And it's just annoying. No disrespect to nobody. I just don't like the shit I'm hearing when it comes to boxing. So I'm going to get into Teofimo, and we're going to get into Errol Spence. The reason why I want to talk about Errol Spence is because Errol Spence is official. Wait, whoa. Before I get into Errol Spence, I got to bring up this shit going on with Lomachenko and these excuses. I forgot about that. That's crazy how everybody got on Deontay Wilder when we all know what happened and we all saw what happened in both fights with the gloves and then finding out about the water. And people attack Deontay Wilder and accuse him all kind of shit when he never said nothing out of his mouth. This was all, how do I say it? It was manufactured shit, bullshit. It was manufactured bullshit. They took his words and they twisted it around. Whatever little words he did say. But we never heard no excuses. I hurt my shoulder, this, that, and third. And Lomachenko has people in the media and in the industry really, how do I say this? Because see, this all of this stuff got me at a loss for words. It's like it's very unbelievable. I'm just not used to this type of climate. This wasn't how boxing was, but there's a lot of writers that are petitioning that Lomachenko's excuse is legitimate. That's crazy. That's crazy. When y'all attack Deontay Wilder, who never even made an excuse for losing to Tyson Fury. And this motherfather makes some corny ass excuses and y'all defend it like it's justifiable. What's Glovegate? What is that? Shame on y'all, man. Shame on y'all. Yo, boxing, man. We got to clean this shit up. I'm telling y'all, we need a world commission in boxing, man. An international commission in boxing, man. To oversee these promoters and the shit they doing, man. It should be the other way around. The commission should have the power, not the promoters, man, because it's just dirty, man. And then the game is not, we're not getting the fights. If we had an international commission and they oversaw and they ran shit and they helped to set up the matches and approve matches, maybe we would see Deontay Wilder was blaming everyone, Chris Burks. He never said anything out of his mouth. Those are all reporters' speculations. The thing about his suit, all he said was that his legs were weak and he was trying to figure out why. People overheard that and ran with it. What excuses did Wilder give? Give me one. Tell me what he said. Not what you heard he said, not what a reporter said. Deontay Wilder hasn't done an interview or spoke about that fight yet. So I want to hear what he said. What's good, blockchain boy? Yo, Chris Burks, don't run away now. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. Maybe you heard something I didn't hear. But I've been following this thoroughly, and I could have overlooked something. Let me know what your source is, where you heard Deontay Wilder get it, where they got a quote from Deontay Wilder blaming anyone. Him firing someone who put something in his water is definitely acceptable. Yeah, his trainer got the axe because his trainer compromised him. First of all, we're not even going to get into the water part. He specifically instructed his entire team. They had a game plan. No matter what happens, you never stop a fight because I have a puncher's chance. Never stop my fight. In the middle of that fight, throughout the rounds, when it was being discussed in the corner, he let them know, do not stop the fight. The trainer threw in the towel. Who's the boss? Isn't Deontay Wilder the boss? You work for him. He gave you instructions. If your boss gives you specific instructions about production and you don't follow those instructions, what do you expect to happen? Especially when it's an outcome he did not want at all. He let you know what his preference was. Right, Burks, Wilder's the boss. So if he fires someone on his team for not following his instructions, that's not making an excuse. That's handling your internal business. That's if people perceive that or find out about that information and then come to conclusions about it, that's on them. That's not Wilder doing that. And that's where we have to start trying to figure out and differentiate where we get information from. And when a fighter says something, and when people are saying what they feel or they perceive. That happens a lot, though. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to be a know-it-all, but like I said, I haven't seen anything that quoted Deontay Wilder or any interviews he has had since that situation. He said that Tyson Fury was the better man, and he's left it at that. That's really his only direct comment towards what happened. But the rest of us know. Now, this is the problem, bro. This is why I wanted to bring this shit up, because you see how they're going to be, you can already see that they're going to be petitioning for Lomachenko to get a rematch. You already see it. They got the built-in excuse, all of that, right? Deontay Wilder might get robbed of his rematch, bro. They're trying to rob Deontay Wilder of his rematch. And that's why I'm bringing up the clear differential treatment of certain fighters. Blockchain Boy says the only way the trainer should go against the fighter's orders is when they are at risk of being severely injured to the point that it's career ending. The only exception. I agree with that. But once again, if during the fight, the boss tells you, I don't give a fuck what happens. Let me go out on my back. Let me go out on my shield. You must comply. Even though you're right. You don't want to see someone get hurt because niggas could die. We've had a death. Last year a guy died from injuries he received in the ring. So you're right. This is why you have doctors. This is why you have a referee. You have people there to decide if that's gonna happen. Your manager, your trainer, whoever's in your corner should not have to even make that decision. If it's going that far, the fight should be over. And like Wilder said, he has a puncher's chance. Therefore, I can't understand him holding on to the position that he had. Blockchain Boy says the trainer's job is to protect their fighter at all times. They got to make the right decision for the fighter sometimes. Word. Once again, I agree. Even if it does mean getting fight, it's true. I agree with that. If you're a good trainer, you going to stop the fight for your fighter. You're not going to let him get hurt because fighters have pride. And I understand, Blockchain Boy, I'm not saying you wrong. I'm just saying that you can't be surprised at the outcome if the fighter does get upset with the trainer. You understand? Like if they have a game, you know what I mean? If people make plans and shit and it don't work out and then they get into something because somebody didn't follow the plan, that can be expected. Everyone is not going to understand or want to hear that I tried to do the best. You know, it's just a reality. We're going to talk about the NBA draft in a second. I just want to get boxing out the way because, you know, with the NBA, it's repetitive shit. And you know me. So the rest of the league, we're going to talk about that. Give me 1 minute. I want to talk about Errol Spence now that I brought up the differential treatment between black boxers and the other races. I had to bring that shit up. I'm sorry. Because with Canelo, Lomachenko, Triple G, I could go on. It's just crazy the shit that happens, man. It's crazy. This is why I worried about Teofimo's certain decisions, because they just gonna flip that shit on him. He has to chill and make the right decision and think about what the fans want too. It's crazy but true. You know, Errol Spence, man. Lately, people been talking about Errol Spence possibly moving up in weight. He wants to fight Canelo Alvarez. So I'm excited about Errol Spence, man. And the only problem I have is that I think that we might not see the Terence Crawford Errol Spence fight, y'all. That might not happen. And I think that that's the fucking best fight that could be put together in boxing. And that, yo, Blockchain Boy, you feel me, right? Yo, I'm worried about this because Terence Crawford is not making. All right, I don't know if it's Terence Crawford or Bob Arum. Whoever's deciding the things they are deciding with Terence Crawford's career is fucking up. Is killing us fans. It's killing us, and we getting robbed of a great. It's like when Evander was supposed to fight Mike Tyson originally. Mike Tyson and Evander was supposed to fight in like 89 or some shit. Right after Evander beat Michael Dokes. I think it was like 89, 88. Might have been 89. Yo, that fight never fucking happened. That shit didn't happen till when? Like 9-6? By then, we got robbed. Same thing with the Mayweather and Pacquiao fight. That shit didn't happen when it could have. And I still feel the same outcome would have happened with the Pacquiao. I feel the same way about Mike Tyson. I was always the Evander Holyfield fan. Sorry, y'all. I go against the grain sometimes. I'm an underdog type of dude. But with Manny Pacquiao and Floyd, I don't think the outcome would have been different. Now, Tyson and Evander, who knows what we would have saw if they got the fight at their prime. Yo, I love you, Blockchain. I already know you got my back. Don't worry, you getting your wrench, bro. Once we start popping more, we'll get the wrench up. You know, we'll get the wrench gang going together. I'm gonna definitely give you your spot, man. I need you. Word. Because I'm not gonna be able to keep up with all of these knuckleheads once they get on. You should see all the response I got on comments. Yo, when we get on the NBA, yo, all y'all people that responded to my Rondo comments, yo, my Rondo post. Yo, hold on. Yo, I gotta tell you you gotta hear the dirt. Hey, yo, so bust it. All right, yo. So like I was saying, Errol Spence and Crawford, man, that shit gotta go down. And I don't know if it is. Because Spence, like right now, Crawford's not making his value. You know, he's not making it worth Errol Spence's time, bro. You know, he will really just be looking out for Crawford because Crawford is pay-per-view. I'm like, if you're a real boxing fan, you know about Crawford, but Crawford has been mismanaged, man. There's no reason why this motherfucker ain't famous around the world, man, and why he don't be, you know, but it's the matchups. They keep giving him shitty matchups, and he keeps going with it. He's too comfortable. And people been talking about that too, that could hurt him with this Kell Brook fight he got coming up because he been fighting a lot of bums, man. And you know, steel sharpens steel, man. You can't be fucking trying to sharpen steel against wood. It's not gonna work. So that's what happened to Lomachenko. He was fighting a lot of suspect shit with Lomachenko's career. I remember that nigga had like 3 or 4 niggas quit back to back, man. Lomachenko shit, his shit looked staged. Some of his shit looked staged, man. I'm telling you, man. Anyway, and Errol Spence looked like he got a game plan for his career. This is why I said it's not fair for people to jump down Teofimo Lopez's throat because they want Devin Haney to, you know, they want Devin Haney's career to thrive. That's not cool. If Teofimo don't want to fight Devin Haney because he got plans for himself, that's his right, bro. It really is. Because I think that Teofimo isn't at 135. He's bigger than that. And Devin Haney either. Like I said, I don't mind seeing them fight in a higher weight class. They don't have to fight at 135 because y'all want y'all want Devin Haney to leapfrog over Teofimo because Devin Haney was denied the opportunity y'all felt he should have got with Lomachenko. Too bad. That's the bottom line. So, Earl, if you move up, I ain't mad at you, bro. You ain't got nothing to prove at 147. You a beast. You was fucking challenging everybody till you had to go to Kell Brook and take his belt overseas because Keith Thurman and I forgot who else had the belt. But they were playing games with you. They wouldn't give you your shot. Now people was crying because they want a shot because you done built up a brand. So now I don't blame Errol if he don't let Terrence eat. Do what you got to do to build your shit up. I'm going over here to fight Pacquiao. Him fighting Sean Porter is probably more lucrative than him fighting Terrence Crawford at this point because people know who Sean Porter is. I mean, people that's not into boxing. People know about Sean Porter. And this is why Terrence Crawford need to fight Sean Porter, cut him out the picture. And so we could get that fight. Because right now he's going to fight Pacquiao. He may get a man, Errol Spence I'm talking about. He may get a mandatory, which will be Sean Porter. This is why I'm saying Terrence Crawford fights Sean Porter, knocks him out, he becomes the mandatory. And now we got a unification bout. And we'll have an undisputed champion. Hopefully if Pacquiao fights Errol Spence. And we know Errol Spence is going to put him to sleep. That's why Pacquiao don't want that fight. He wanted to fight Mikey Garcia. He was hoping Mikey Garcia was going to beat Errol Spence. Didn't happen, nigga. Sorry. She didn't want to see it. Word. So I'm just a little worried because I really want to see that Terrence Crawford fight. The Lopez Haney fight, I think that's still a possibility, man. So Cass got to stop with that bullshit because they want Devin Haney to shine, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, if Timo drops them belts, Devin Haney could still become undisputed champion at 135. He's just going to have to fight other people. And then he's going to move up anyway. Devin Haney is not staying at 135. He's young. He's going to put on weight in time, just like Timo is. Timo is just, to me, he's the furthest along out of all the young niggas. I think Shakur Stevenson is better than Devin Haney right now. Honestly, I'm not disrespecting Dev. Dev is nice. But like I said, he's still unproven. Teofimo was unproven too, even when he beat Richard Comey, you know. Fighting Lomachenko was a big leap. And he did it. He made it happen. So I understand y'all want that for Dev, but yo, his destiny's his destiny, man. Boom. Boxing. There's other shit we could talk about, but I'll just make a video for that. Y'all can watch that. Let's get into this NBA. Word. Like I talked about the Giants already 5 seconds because we know what it is with them. Let's talk about the NBA. Y'all want to talk about the draft? Let me see. Hold up. Oh, shit. I got so many notifications. My fault, y'all. I got notifications because I be watching shit. Yo, Burks, thank you. My man Esco B. Yo, he said Lomachenko took a check. You think that fight was fixed, bro? Nah, I don't think it was fixed. I think Lomachenko is just overrated. If you watch boxing, bro, he's overrated. He lost that fight because he cannot fight off the back foot. Teofimo, the book has been out on how to beat Lomachenko. I can't remember the guy that he fought. He was exposed, remember, and he lost already. He's been exposed. That's why he's been selective and fighting people, and that's why Devin Haney has a case for being upset that Timo got that shot before him. You have money on Tio, right? You Mexican? So what? That don't mean nothing. Don't mean nothing because you Mexican bro. If it was Canelo and you said that shit to me, I might have to take a little more. But an Ecuadorian nigga? Nah, let me stop. I'm just playing. Now, for real though, regardless of race. Nah. If you watch boxing, you know boxing, bro. You know Timo was ready. He was ready. Timo was ready. He wanted that. Devin Haney was ready too. How much you won, yo? Esco said he had money on he won money. I know you won some bread. He says, come on, son. That dude didn't do anything in the first. Yo, Lomachenko didn't do anything in the first 6 rounds either. Yo, bro, do you know what the punch stats was? Lomachenko threw single-digit punches. He was the experienced veteran. He went in a fight with the wrong game plan. Let me see. That means you got to knock son out to get a 10-8. No, I'm not. Now, how the scoring was ridiculous. He was filling him out the first 6 rounds. Oh, my fault. Yeah. You right. All right, my bad. Yeah. You saying the same thing I'm saying. My fault, Esco. Yeah, Lomachenko fucked up. He went in there with the wrong game plan. He didn't do anything. He gave up the first 6 rounds, bro. That was a horrible decision. And now he's mad and he wants to make up for it, bro. You right, bro. Yeah, no veteran is gonna fill somebody out for 6 rounds. Right. Timo, clearly it was just he didn't have a game plan. He couldn't figure out Timo. He didn't know what to do. Oh, yo, my man Esco said he made 2.5 bands off that nigga. Yo, that's what's up, baby. That's what's up, baby. That's what's up. I'm glad for you, baby. Word, yo. Yeah, man. That fight was definitely crazy. I don't know if you was hearing what I was saying about how Cass is really like taking shots at Timo, you know, on Devin Haney's behalf, man. But like I said, I just feel like that's the cards was Fugazi, you say? The scorecards, yeah, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I can see. All right, clearly we know that at least in the first 6 rounds, he had to be behind a point. Okay. But yeah, them scorecards was crazy, bro. Because Lomachenko won 4 rounds. He won 4 rounds. He won 8, 9, 10, and you know, he won 11, really. Teofimo finished strong though. So the first 6 rounds plus that last round gives you 7. So even if you gave Loma 5 rounds, he still lost. But the scorecard, that shit was crazy. That's where I understand what you're saying about the fix. They wanted to make sure. Somebody said Lomo got to get the fuck out of here. We tired of him. Nah, but really, if you want to be honest, let's keep it 100. Lomachenko is not gonna make the money for Bob Arum or he's not gonna help carry boxing the way that Teofimo possibly could, or young guys like Devin Haney and Shakur Stevenson. They're the future, and Timo's ready right now, so I could see. Esco said that's what he's saying. Tio fought the better fight. That's facts. Word, he did, Esco. Thank you. My apologies. Sometimes I be reading this shit, gotta process things. My bad. I wasn't trying to jump down your throat. I just you know, I misunderstood. But yeah, we were saying the same shit, man. Yeah, man. And I'm not saying that Lomachenko isn't a good fighter. He's an excellent fighter. He's an excellent boxer, but he's limited. That's what we've seen that now a couple of times. He's limited. And I don't know if you agree with me, Esco. I feel like 4 of Lomo's fight, there was a little chain he had of niggas quitting when he fought them. That was to me, that was some shit. That's what started having me like sus about this pound for pound shit they was talking for him. Esco says it looked like Lomachenko was thrown off. Then that combined with the scorecards was crazy. Bob Arum said it's time. It's Tio time. But Tio's the truth. I'm gonna bet on his ass again. Word. Yeah, right now, like I said, to me, out of the young guns, I got Timo first. I got Shakur Stevenson. Oh, wait. I got Timo first because what he just achieved. But I got Boots Ennis right there. Boots, Jerome Ennis, and Begonia, the Puerto Rican kid, Begonia. What's his? I can't say his name right, bro. I keep saying his name wrong. But please write it down so I can say his name because it slips me. And I don't want to say, I know it's something like Bologna or something like that. I think that's what it is. Bologna, something like that. Like I said, if you're going to have Lomachenko ranked pound for pound, right now he's still ranked. He's number 7 on the pound for pound list, bro. How is he ranked number 7 on pound for pound with a 14-2 record as a pro? Because that amateur career shit don't got nothing to do with the pros, bro. I don't know why they always bringing that shit up. You're 14-2 as a pro, and Bologna is 15-0 with knockouts all before the 3rd round. Why is he not pound for pound? Why he's not on that list? This is where my man Esco and a lot of people are right that, yo, shit be fixed, man. I've been saying that, man. They got to stop this shady shit. We need an international committee, bro, that oversees the everything, not the promoters, man. I think the committee should be the ones that help approve the matches, not set them up. The promoters could be the ones that set them up, the matches, but then they should have to present it to the committee. You feel me? because all of this ducking shit, all of that will stop. That way, if Devin Haney, if the committee feels like, oh, you know what, before we allow Teofimo Lopez to move up, he must defend his titles against Devin Haney so we can have a unified, those type of decisions could be made and nobody could argue, because otherwise is our opinions, and nobody's right or wrong when it comes to your opinion. It's how you see shit. Esco says boxing got to get cleaned up somehow. Word, thank you, bro. So I've been on boxing for a minute. I love boxing, y'all. I'm telling y'all, but I got to get into the NBA real quick. Really do, because I posted that Rondo free agent shit. Wow. So many feelings, bro. One dude. Damn, I wish I would have looked at his name real quick. Only one guy out of everybody I was going back and forth with, because I was responding. Because I know that my opinion was a valid opinion. I responded to most of the comments I received on my post, on my video, and I posted it on Knicks Nation. Shout out to the Knicks Nation. And man, Knicks Nation, I was going through it with so many people on their feelings, though. No one had facts except one dude actually gave me a paragraph about Rondo's history to give points why he didn't want Rondo, which I didn't agree with everything, but I respected that. To the other people, no disrespect to your opinion, but it got to be some facts involved, y'all, or I'm going to respond to you with facts. And I gave y'all five main facts why I thought Rondo was a good idea signing as a free agent. First of all, we don't have to trade. We don't have to trade no picks or anything. Rondo is a free agent. Second, it's on the cheap. Rondo's only making like 2-point-something million with the Lakers. We could give Rondo $5 million for 2 seasons on those 2-year deals with the team option, all that shit like we've been doing lately, and have Rondo come and 3, help do all of the things that we assume Chris Paul can do as far as mentoring the team while he takes on some of the duties that's right now, some of the playing time necessary to get the team to function properly. And 4, with championship experience. He got 2 rings. I'm not even giving y'all the 5th one. That's enough. That is enough. So you shooting down, I'm bugging because I want Rondo, because my man made some points about Rondo being a disgruntled player on certain teams. But bro, if you a winner, Rondo came into the league winning with the Celtics. So when he got put in shitty positions, Rondo wants to win. Why wouldn't I want a player who is not afraid to be a leader and say what the other players is feeling on the team if the fucking management or the team ain't going in the right direction? That's exactly what the Knicks need, bro. That's exactly what we need. You saying I can't compare Rondo to Chris Paul in the locker room? I can, because this is what I'm saying. If you go off of what the media puts out there, like Homeboy did and gave me all of those things, then yeah, you know what? I couldn't. But the fact of the matter is, all of Rondo's teammates love him. Not one of his teammates has anything bad to say about him. You saying Chris Paul is the more efficient? Listen, you don't have to argue Chris Paul and how good he is to me. It's not worth what it would take to get him on our team, brother. When you can get someone else that can do almost the same thing, like I said, and he brings more to the table in certain areas, brother. Chris Paul could bring more to the table in certain areas. Chris Paul got no championship experience at all. None. That means something, bro. And right, he was put in some bad positions. The NBA shitted on him when they tried to trade him to the Lakers. I understand all that. But what happened with the Clippers, bro? My man Esco says, thank you. I was getting ready to say, yo, Esco, what happened with the Clippers, bro? Remember that shit? They had something there. It failed. Look, Rondo's not. You think Rondo's wrong for when he was on the Bulls beefing? When the Bulls are just as shitty as the Knicks, they've been getting run just as shitty as us. You think Rondo's wrong for when he was beefing in Sacramento? Do you see how Sacramento is probably the West Coast version of the Knicks? With all the shit they got going on in their front office too, with Vlade Divac and all that shit. Let's not get it twisted. Rondo wasn't used to that shit coming from the Celtics. And when he went to New Orleans, he helped them get in the playoffs. Them niggas ain't smelt the playoffs till Rondo got there. That was the revival of playoff Rondo. No one remembers that. Esco, tell them if I'm lying. Let them know. Come on. What happened? Chris Paul had a nice team with the Clippers. He had fake Griffin. Nah, but he had Blake in his prime. He had Jordan. He had something nice there. But they fell short, bro. Rondo is one of those players that in how do you, excuse me, the phrase I was looking for was in moments that matter, Rondo performs. He has a track record of doing so. And that right there, that type of person who has championships to back up that, you have to listen to him and respect them. And I know that the young guys on the Knicks, none of them have achieved shit. We all know who Rondo is. They know who Rondo is. I don't think that any of them would have a problem following Rondo and learning from him. It's just that our Knicks fans are so scorned and so used to being negative about everything the Knicks do. Why am I seeing all these posters about Westbrook? That's the same shit we've been doing. This is why I haven't made no videos. Wow. Oh, hold on. My fault, Esco. Lob City was bums during crunch time. Right, thank you. I don't know what happened there neither. That's my point. And then Esco says, yeah, Rondo pulled through in the finals just now versus the Heat. He may have not did great in the playoffs in the regular season, but he added that much value in the final. Right. This is my point. He buried the Heat. Those final plays that AD, who passed? Thank you, Esco. They decided to leave Rondo open, and he buried every three on them. Don't get me wrong, right? Because during the regular season, Rondo's not known to be a shooter, but Rondo is clutch. And clutch players make clutch plays in moments that matter. And that guy has the track record. Fuck the ability. He has the track record of doing so. Rondo killed the Heat, word. And it's funny because the Lakers are trying to get Chris Paul. Y'all Knicks fans, y'all don't realize, listen, Jrue Holiday or Rondo. Now, we're going to make a trade for a player. Like I said, we should trade for Jrue Holiday because we could get that draft pick they got. We could swap picks or include that pick in the trade. Cool. The money pans out. I'm cool with getting Jrue Holiday because he's like I said, you got a guy that contributes on both sides of the ball. He's a leader. All of that shit. Jrue Holiday will be perfect. And he's not going to win shit where he's at. They're rebuilding just like us. And he's going to get phased out with Lonzo Ball being there. So Jrue Holiday or Rondo are really good options for us. Excuse me. Us taking on financial deficits to save other teams and improve their situation, getting name players that are past their prime, doesn't make sense, man. It's what the Knicks always do. The only time we didn't do that was twice, like I said, with Marbury and Melo. And the fans shitted on both of them the whole time and did not demand the organization to do what they needed to do for those two players. Both times. They blamed the players for everything. Now we have a chance to just dead all of that shit. Stop all of that. What's up, y'all? Listen, I'm not hell-bent on getting Rondo. I'm hell-bent on us not doing anything stupid any longer that's going to make us repeat the same mistakes. That's called insanity. That's crazy. And I'm not crazy. But y'all starting to make me feel like that because I'm still loyal to a team, an organization that's moving crazy. You know, I get mad, yo. I can't, there's so many shows I be wanting to get on and hop on, but I can't to talk about the shit I know about basketball because I be hearing niggas say some crazy shit and have some crazy opinions, especially cats that's like 30 and under that wasn't even around to see shit personally or don't even realize the magnitude of shit and got such a deep, strong opinion, which is based on feelings. But I can't even get in their ass. You know why? Because the first thing they're going to ask me, once I got their ass where I got them, is who's my team. And then the whole narrative is going to change. I'm tired of that, yo. I'm tired of hearing the phrase bum-ass Knicks, bro. I'm tired of that shit. So I don't want us making any moves where that continues, man. And I don't want us making any moves where we get a guy like Westbrook that's going to get us in the play. Don't get me wrong. If we could get Westbrook in a reasonable manner, I would get him. But I already know that the Rockets is going to try to capitalize, and all we're going to be doing is helping them in their situation when we good where we at. We really good where we at. And like I said, why would you give Fred VanVleet $22 million a season if you could pay Rondo 5 or 7? You understand? Why would we trade for Chris Paul, as great as he is, when we have to give him? It's the same thing like Westbrook, y'all. Esco says, yo, Esco, what do you think about the Knicks trying to show Boogie Cousins some love? I said Boogie Love. What about giving that nigga, him and Rondo, give both? That's $10 million a season, 2-year contracts, team option for the second season. If them niggas don't work out, fuck out of here. What you think about that? I don't know what Boogie Cousins is asking for, but because he didn't get to finish the season, he got kicked off the Lakers. Right now, his market value got to be low at its lowest. We probably could get him for a good price, like I said, and we can negotiate it so it could be in the team's favor, bro. Yeah, I think that's why Chris Paul's going to go to the Lakers, Esco, because you're right. You saying he's done. Well, I don't see players like him. He can always contribute, but right, he's not an X factor. You know what I mean? But he's a contributor. He's a leader, right? He's somebody. He's phasing out, bro. He's phasing out. This is why I also said we could pick Rondo too, because as Rondo fades out, he could give us the same thing Chris Paul could. Because Rondo is a fucking basketball savant. That's another thing that people don't know. Chris Paul is not the only genius point guard in the NBA. Rondo is a genius. It is a known fact that he is a fucking genius when it comes to basketball. Yeah, the Knicks sucks, right? Now, I don't think the Knicks is going after Giannis, man. I think they're going to try to trade Giannis to Golden State or the Heat, bro. I think they're going to try to get something from him. I think they're going to do a sign and trade. It's Master Split. Oh, shit. Master Splinter is in the building. Peace and love. Yo, Split, me and Esco was talking about, I think we should try to sign Rondo and Boogie Cousins as free agents, man. 2-year contracts. Teams got the option for the second year. And if they don't contribute well, fuck out of here. You could give each of them $5 million, bro. Both of their market. Rondo's only getting 2-point-something million from the Lakers, and he's a free agent. Why would we trade Chris Paul and give him all that money when we got a nigga that's a champion that's on the market, and you're not hearing the Lakers talking about re-signing him? This is why I brought it up. Yeah, Split, Esco, holla. So Esco says, yo, he's a Heat fan. Damn. He says that he can't give anybody up for him and still win a chip without some big moves. Who you talking about that he giving up for who? Oh, Chris Paul? Yeah, you know, Chris Burke said he wouldn't mind drafting Wiseman. Yo, you know what's funny, bro? That might be a possibility. Wiseman, his stock is dropping. He might be available at 8. Giannis, yeah, yo, they trying to trade him to the Heat. My fault. No, it's true. I agree with you. If I was the Heat, I wouldn't do it, but it also depends, you know, because remember, Giannis is going to be a free agent. It could be a sign, it could be a forced deal, sign and trade, or the Heat could just wait till he's a free agent. But I know that Milwaukee don't want to lose him for nothing, so they might get in the mix. Master Splinter agrees with me. Rondo's a great fit anywhere. Word, he is a basketball genius. Like I said, look what he did for AD and the Pelicans when he went there. If a team is on the right path, Rondo is nothing but help. Rondo's the type of player, if you ain't doing what you got to do as an organization, you don't want him there because he's going to let y'all know. He's not having that because Rondo wants to win. He loves ball. He knows ball. He's a fucking winner. And I would love a player like that on my team. Esco says, before 2 years from now, he was a free agent. They said, you said Milwaukee. All right. Esco says Milwaukee needs to keep that core. And let me see. Hope Giannis cares more about winning a chip and doesn't sign a supermax and comes to the Heat willingly. Yeah, yo. That could happen. That could happen for the fucking Heat. That could happen. Split. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Everywhere Rondo went, he didn't win, but it depends on what direction the organization. Because the Bulls and the Kings and the Pelicans, they weren't winners, but the Pelicans was headed in the right direction at that moment. They didn't stick with what they had, and they gave up AD. But look at where they at. The NBA hooked them up with Rondo. I mean, with Zion, and the Lakers gave them your man Ball. So now they got a little tandem going in. So I think that Jrue Holiday is going to get phased out. This is why I said the Knicks need to try. If they're going to trade for someone, don't trade for Westbrook or Chris Paul. Trade for Jrue Holiday. If you're going to sign a free agent, don't give Fred VanVleet $22 million when you could get Rondo. That's what I was saying, people. I'm not stuck on these decisions. Not y'all, not my people in the chat. I'm answering all my people who's from the Knicks Nation, like I said, that was hitting me up because people was making comments. People were saying hell no and all kind of shit, these nuts, all kind of dumb shit with no explanation why. They were just giving me their feelings. And I deal with facts. If you don't come with facts, I'm going to get in your ass. So I got to give my man the props that, gave me the list of Rondo's flaws. But like I said, my rebuttal is if the organization is not heading in the right direction, Rondo he's not with that. Esco, I'm going to let you know right now, I fucking hate the Heat. I'm letting you know. So we can have love, but you got to remember it's bad blood here. I don't want to talk about the Heat too much. Word, because then I'm gonna get my nigga. See, Esco, you one of my originals. You supposed to get a wrench when it's time. Cut that Heat shit out. Word. Gotta remember, I got beef with the Heat. I'm never gonna have love for the Heat, man. Fuck, it's not about Pat Riley. Then LeBron came over here and disrespected us on the low, which I believe was orchestrated by Pat Riley. That is our rival. Got bad blood with them. Don't get me wrong. I was very happy for Jimmy Butler because he's an underdog and I always root for underdogs. But I'm not happy, yo. The Miami Heat, they have rings. But the Knicks haven't won a ring since before Miami Heat existed. So I'm a hater. Call it what you want. Word, Esco, I'm sorry, V. Don't get me wrong. I will. If you saw my video, I gave props to them. It's very hard to do. It's very hard to talk about the Heat, man. It's because I know that all of that success was supposed to happen here because all of it is happening because of Pat Riley. And so Pat Riley and Jeff Van Gundy are two people that I got a little problem with how they left the Knicks. But with Jeff Van Gundy was a little more understanding. I can understand a little more because the management here was fucking horrible at that point. But why was the management horrible? And why was Van Gundy able to say that? Because he was under the Pat Riley regime, which is when the Knicks were at our best since before I was born. And I'm 46. Blockchain boy said, yo, you say you don't like the Heat because Alonzo Mourning. Word. Yo, you know what was crazy? Wait, hold on. Let me see. Master Splinter says, my bad. One other question, though. What do you think about that young boy from Dallas going to the LA Lakers? I know that's not our team, but who you talking about? Luka? Going to the Lakers? I know. Yes. Oh, you talking about that, Split? That little rumor? No, you know what's funny, y'all? I understand the Alonzo Mourning shit, but I always had a soft spot for Alonzo Mourning because of Georgetown and because of his ties with Patrick Ewing. That was Patrick Ewing's son, and he stepped his game up. And don't worry, Vince Carter got him for us anyway. Yo. Oh, Esco says, he's done watching basketball if Luka goes to the Lakers. This is it. I agree. Yo, you know what's funny? I'm gonna get into that. You know, I'm gonna make a fucking whole video about that, about the NBA and how it's fixed. And the longer you watch it, the more you see it. When you're a little kid, man, you fucking caught up because basketball is so dope. But as you get older, like everything else, you see the corruptness, man, the politics, man. Blockchain Boy says, bro, he's speaking about Alonzo Mourning. He always caused fight. We always scrap with the Heat, and he was always involved. Esco says they could kick rocks. And Splint started laugh out loud about what Esco said, yo. I don't know if y'all seen this post that I put up. I put up a post. Y'all got to go to my Phil Facts page on Facebook, y'all, because it's a picture. So I might actually make a video and use that picture as the as the thumbnail, but it's a drawing of Mike and Kobe talking to LeBron while LeBron is holding on to his championship with tears in his eyes. And they basically letting him know why he would never be one of them. The 8th pick. All right, let's get into this. Yo, Blockchain, what I was saying about this 8th pick was if the Knicks is smart, we make a trade and we snatch up another pick so that we could draft. I want Saddiq Bey, y'all. I want Saddiq Bey because he can come in right now and he can contribute and he gives us everything that we need. And he's a player that can play in not every spot, excuse me. He can play in 3 different spots. You know, he can play the 2, the 3, and he can play small ball 4. I'm not hung up on his get a point, draft a point guard shit. Splint, I don't agree with LaMelo. First of all, LaMelo Ball is not realistic, and I would not trade any of our assets to move up to get him. He has so much bust potential. It's crazy. If you watch his games and you watch his highlights, yo, that nigga is sleep a lot on his highlight reels look great, but that nigga sleep a lot on the court during the game, bro. He sleep, especially on defense. And right now, we can't afford that. I believe that there's better candidates that we could draft at point guard than LaMelo Ball and further down in the draft, like Tyrell Terry. Tyrell Terry is actually more of what we need than LaMelo Ball. And y'all got to remember, we have point guards that we still are that need to develop and need a shot. And I just don't think that is worth. And then remember, when you draft a guy that's the number 1, number 2, that's a salary hit coming up in the future. I want to build a contender, and I don't see LaMelo Ball. I'm not saying that he can't be a championship winner, but I don't see him being a cornerstone for the Knicks and the type of team that we have and the direction that we're going. Once again, it's like the Westbrook shit. We're looking for a name to sell with marketing. When the Knicks don't got to worry about that because we got a market that's set. Yo, Split, you funny, man. LaMelo Ball, he's not going to be available at 8, man. Why you going to make me try to answer that question? Yo, honestly, man, I don't want LaMelo Ball. He got too much bust potential. Anthony Edwards and James Wiseman, out of the top guys, are more like this nigga Sosa, y'all. I got this fucking cat. Yo, where's his belt? I gotta get my spray gun. I'm gonna fuck you up, yo. Yo, I think that Anthony Edwards and James Wiseman out of the top guys, or the top, and Obi Toppin, those dudes are NBA ready. LaMelo Ball, there's questions I got about him, bro. You get what I'm saying? I got questions about him, bro. I don't trust that he's gonna come in for us and be what people think he's gonna be. In another situation on another team that can cover for him, yeah, it'll look good. We can't cover for him. Nah, you know what's funny? Yo, Esco, you dirty. Nah, man. Oh, yo, right. If Obi falls to us, this is why I said I wanted to do a trade. Because if we could snatch Obi at 8, let's say we get 12 or 13 from, because I said we could trade with San Antonio and get LaMarcus Aldridge and get rid of fucking, because everybody, I know nobody wants DeMar DeRozan, but we could get LaMarcus Aldridge from San Antonio and get their pick and give them Randall. And because LaMarcus Aldridge is on his way out. But while he's here, he got a mid-game. He got post. He'll help solidify our defense clearly. And he got mid-range game, so that the post don't have to be cluttered there, because we know Mitch right now, we don't know what he could do besides dunk. I'm gonna tell you about Kira Lewis. I like Kira Lewis. I do like Kira Lewis, but like LaMelo Ball and all the guards that's on top, I think that if we wait further in the draft, we can still get like, yo, y'all gotta look at my video. Y'all fuck my video. Yo, go look at Tyrell Terry's highlights. Look at Baby Trey's highlights. Other niggas is copying my nickname from him. For him, excuse me. That's Baby Trey. This little nigga could shoot from anywhere. He could run the team. He got court vision. He's dope. The only reason why he's not projected to go higher is because he only had one season. And it was his size, which they already reported. The kid done put on like, I think 10 or 15 pounds of muscle. So, and he got the perfect height. I like Kira Lewis, but how do I say? I wouldn't pick him at 8. Feel me? And I don't think he'll be available when we pick again. And if, like I said, if we made a move where we could get either San Antonio's 11th pick, I think the Pelicans got the 12th or 13th, and Sacramento, I would trade for Buddy Hield and their pick. I just gave y'all 3 trades that make sense, that will help us. And then we could have 2 lottery picks, and I would snatch Obi Toppin if he falls. If he doesn't fall, let's say what's this kid's name, man? I don't know about Devin Vassell now. I know y'all seen that video, right, with him shooting. But I'm just not stuck on getting a point guard with the 8th pick. I'd rather take Obi Toppin. The suggestion of Wiseman, if he's available, if he drops, I think we should take one of those dudes. And Obi Toppin would be the perfect compliment for Mitch Robinson. And like I said, if we were able to get the 12th, 13th, or 11th pick from one of those other teams, then we could drag Sadiq Bey. But I think that some of the guys like Kira Lewis, Killian Hayes, they're going to get snatched up by other teams, man, in between our picks, man. So from what I know about what these other teams are looking at and what they need, man, I don't think that they'll be available when we pick. And with that 8th pick, I think we should take the best talent available that fills in the most everything that we need, as many things as we need as possible from that player. And right now, like I said, with Frank, with DSJ, like I said, we got oh man, my kid, man, my man from the G League that we got Anderson. What's this kid name, Joe? Fuck is his name? My fault, y'all. I can't think of the kid's name now. Jared Anderson. My fault. We got him. We got there's a couple of guards that we got in the G League. Like I made a video about that. What the fuck is the G League for? If we not going to bring people up and see what they could do. So I don't really want to invest in a point guard with our 8th pick when we have a lot of shit that we have so much ingredients that we haven't even started trying to make the meal yet. Jared Harper. Thank you, yo. Blockchain, thank you. It wasn't Anderson. Jared Anderson is another player from back in the days. Yo, nigga, I got fucking 40-something years of NBA in my head. My fault if I get names twisted. But Jared Harper, we got Jared Harper, and the draft is coming up. Oh shit, hold up. Yeah, you gonna make me look up the draft, y'all. My fault. I gotta look that up. Give me a second. I'm here. This shit, I'm just waiting for this shit to pop up on my other number. I think it's coming up. Word. There's another guy that we have on the Knicks that's a guard. I can't think of his name right now, too. I remember people was talking about his handles was nice. Damn, what's his name? My fault that I didn't come prepared, but I didn't really want to. I wasn't focused on just the Knicks. I got a lot of boxing off my chest. Fellas, y'all missed it. I was talking about boxing earlier. A lot of shit in boxing that I got information about, and I had to get that shit off my chest. But yeah, bro. Also, too, y'all need to go check out. There's this kid. There's another Killian in the draft that the Knicks should be thinking about, and it's not Killian Hayes. His name is Killian Tilly. And with that 37th pick, we need to be considering him. Yo, this kid is a Kevin Love. He's Kevin Love. And it's funny because he kind of resembles him. But really, the style of play, he grabs rebounds, he defends, he could shoot threes. Yo, he's ready. He's another guy that, and he would complement Mitch well. Y'all need to look into him. There's a few, like I said, Tyrell Terry and Killian Tilly are two players that's realistically that they're achievable. We could get them. I don't want to keep looking at players that they're probably not going to be there when we pick, because that's what's really a lot what a lot of people have been bringing up. Guys like Kira Lewis, that's nice. Killian Hayes, they're not going to be there. They not. There's teams already that got their heart set on them. So if we could somehow, I'd even trade down. I'll be honest with you. I would trade with Boston. I would trade Boston that 8th pick so I could get 2 of their picks. And like I said, hopefully if Sadiq Bey is there, you got Cassius Stanley. There's a lot of guys, man, that are good, bro. And the middle of the draft is deep. Nah, that's what I'm saying. We don't have to draft a project player. The middle of the lottery picks are actually the project players, bro. And that's what's crazy about this draft. In this draft, the first 4 dudes besides Obi Toppin are really projects, even Wiseman. But when you start getting like 50 after the lottery, it's a lot of players that could go on the team right now and contribute. Like I said, Cassius Stanley, Sadiq Bey. There's a few guys that's, like I said, there's Killian Tilly, Tyrell. I know I'm repeating people because these are names that are not being put out there that I think Knicks fans need to be more aware of. They're more realistic, and they are also what we need, because we need a lot, bro. We don't just need a point guard when we got 5 that we paying already. Feel me? So I don't really want to take a project player. And plus, Mitch is a project player. Frank is a project player. DSJ is a project player right now at this point. We got to see if DSJ can revive his career. If we draft a point guard, we just go all the way from DSJ. We played ourselves. Not only because we gave up Porzingis, because I'm not worried about Porzingis, because Porzingis, he looking like the new version of Sam Bowie to me. That's the new Sam Bowie, fellas. Yeah, Denny's gonna be gone. Denny's been projected to go high as 4. I even heard that Golden State is interested in him. So Denny Avila, there was another guy that I made a video about, Conyo from overseas, man. He's another one that we need to look into. I'm gonna hit y'all right now with his name, y'all, because this kid was nice. Word. I'm gonna hit you with his name right now. I need y'all to go check out these videos on some of these players I'm talking about. They highlights, and y'all could get a little more informed about this shit. So y'all don't think I'm just talking shit, because I'm not. I know it's Balmaro. I just don't remember what's his first name. His last name is definitely Balmaro. Hold up. He got some fancy shit. He from overseas. I think he's where my nigga at, yo? I'm looking for my nigga right here. Leonardo Balmaro. Yeah. Yo, check that kid out. You think Denny's nice? Check him out. That's another dude the Knicks could use. Word. That's another dude the Knicks could use. Balmaro is nice. He's another guy that we should consider. There's a lot of guys, like I said, when you start getting into the middle of the first round and in the beginning of the second round, there's some players that could really come in and contribute to any team. Word. Blockchain says KP's injury is gonna shorten his career dramatically. He gonna be Sam Bowie. The beginning of his career, we're not gonna really see that nigga play. And then by the time he's able to play, he's gonna be washed up. It's gonna be later on in his career. And they're gonna always talk about what could have been with him, but it's wasted talent, bro. And I'm not mad that the Knicks traded him. I'm not, because we got draft picks, and I really think that the fans fucked DSJ up, man, being assholes. And that's why I be beefing with niggas on Knicks Nation now, because people getting their feelings and they start attacking the Knicks and they start attacking the players, and we don't support our players like we should, and that's why niggas don't want to come here no more. We went from being the most desirable city and the most desirable team that any player from any team would want to come to niggas don't want to deal with the media and the fans here. We got to cut that shit out, man. We smarter than that as basketball fans. We got to start. That was one of the compliments that people gave New York basketball. was the fact that the fans were intelligent. We used to clap at smart plays. You feel me? You got to be quiet sometimes and keep your feelings, control your feelings when a player makes mistakes. People are allowed to make mistakes, especially when they're young players and they're growing. How the fuck, what you want? You want DSJ to be KP? Like, come on, stop it. Word, stop it. First of all, KP's already playing out of position because he's soft. He's supposed to be a center. They're already trying to rig the game for him and people like him to be successful. This is why Luka's successful. I got into that before about the Europeanized NBA. You feel me? They take away the athleticism, right? Because Luka's not athletic, but he's fucking smart. So they made the game geared more towards basketball IQ. This is why we have to start looking at players that have IQ. That's how we got to start drafting players. Players that are that know how to make smart basketball plays. That's why I'm very high on Sadiq Bey, and I keep bringing his name up because he knows how to play ball. He's clutch. He's a smart basketball player that knows how to do things at the right time. And everyone don't know how to do that, and that's what I'm worried about with LaMelo Ball. Shit look cute, but do you really have IQ? And can you really contribute on both sides of the ball? Because we need someone that can play defense. It's too many good guards in the NBA. I'm not expecting anyone to be a stopper. Gary Payton is the last guard that was a fucking stopper. I get that. And the way the league calls the rules, I get that. But willingness to play defense and capable of doing better and applying that is what I want from players, man. I don't want niggas that sleep on defense and then when it's time to go on offense, now they want to be a superstar. I'm not with that. We don't need that. That's not the type of culture we need to have here because we already suck. Word. It's the truth. Yo, any more questions? Let me know, y'all, because I've been on here for a minute, man. You know, I've been on here for a little while. I'm not ready to get off, though. I'm ready to talk more shit if y'all want to. But, yeah. So, and what do y'all feel about Randall, man? What we going to do with him, man? Should we keep him or should we trade him? Like I said, I think we should trade that nigga, put that package him and Elfrid Payton and, what's the other dude, man? Damn, I'm forgetting names, bro. I ain't even really smoked yet. I keep trying to light this L. This shit ain't. let me light my L. You think we should keep him blockchain? But if we could trade Julius Randle, Elfrid Payton, and let's just say the 27th pick, and we could get like a LaMarcus Aldridge in the 12th pick. Or we could get a Buddy Hield in the 13th pick. Or we could get Jrue Holiday in the 11th pick. Or whoever, because them three, that's the picks. I don't know who's what. What you think? Blockchain says he thinks Randall's a good player if you put him in the right position. I do too. I definitely think he's a good player to play when we play small ball. He could be the center, especially when Mitch is in trouble. Esco says Randall's underrated. Every year I thought he'd do better than he did, make more of an impact than he. You know what, though? Everybody that the Knicks signs, all the free agents, everybody didn't do well this season. Yeah, he is, y'all. Blockchain said he's 250, he's strong. Splint says, word, he didn't know that Mecca moved to Brooklyn. Nah, the Mecca's still the Garden. Trade him to the Heat for Bam, and y'all pick. Nah. You know why I wouldn't do that? Because first of all, the Heat ain't gonna go for that shit. They're gonna try to rape us for Bam because Bam clearly has a path. He fits what they got going on there. And secondly, because like I said, we have shit on our plate, man, that we need to see. We need to let Mitch. What's the word I'm looking for? We need to cut Mitch some slack, man, and start seeing what he could do offensively. We already know what he can do with certain things. Now it's time to see if he can expand his game. And plus we got Randall. You know, we got Randall for now. And like I said, somebody like Killian Tilly, or we draft somebody smart. We don't have to make a move like that with Bam, like I said, because we have it's like, what if we got Wiseman? You know what I mean? And we don't want to have too many players. That's why Randall didn't work. We can't have too many players in the block because this NBA style that they have right now ain't like what we used to growing up, man. The floor got to be spread. And Mitch already is like he harbors around the rim. That's how he get his. So we need a four that could step out and hit a mid-range jumper or a three to, you know, make the defense be honest. Because if we got too many post players, they're gonna just clog the paint, and now the guards can't penetrate. It's a lot of things that, you know, that we could be doing effectively if we got the right staff, y'all. And that's all I'm saying, man. It's not that I think our Bam is bad or nothing like that. I just think that we got pieces already here that's similar, and we need to see how that's gonna work out. Because if Bam came here, to be honest with you, we're not gonna do that well because we still need better guard play and we still need shooters. We still need things that Bam has in Miami. Feel me? Miami is just ahead of us, man. It fucking hurts us. Yo, Esco, I know you laughing. I know you laughing. You the one that suggested that shit. You got me talking about it. Oh, I just forgot Esco's a Heat fan on the low. Oh, shit. Yo, but Esco, let me know something. You got blue blood in you, and you fucking with the Heat right now because we horrible, or you just die hard Heat? I need to know this right now. I need to know where your alliance is like. I need to know where you stand as I make my decision for my staff, you know, for my wrench staff, yo. You from Miami? I get it. I ain't mad at you for that, bro. Word. See, I respect that, right? Because geography is really what determines your fan, which it should determine your fandom. You know, I get tight when I be meeting niggas in New York that never been to LA or never been to Dallas, and you telling me you're a fucking Cowboys fan or you a Lakers fan because you was born in the 90s and they was winning. That shit get me sick. I respect that. I see you there, MS. I appreciate you, baby. Appreciate you. Word. Like I said, y'all, it's a lot of things that the Knicks could be doing. It's frustrating because they're not really letting us know shit. That's another reason why I've been getting tight and I haven't been posting for a few days because, like, it's just all these Westbrook talk. This Westbrook talk is crazy. What y'all feel? Y'all, would y'all get Westbrook? I'm gonna shut up for a second. I'm gonna shut up and smoke. I'm gonna let the fellas on the chat hit me with the questions. But I got a question for the chat first, which is, what do y'all think about that? Esco says, I wouldn't give Westbrook nothing if I was the Knicks. And he a Heat fan. You know, Esco, your opinion will be valued. You know why? Because we need an objective opinion. We need somebody else that thinks outside of our box. Because that's a lot of times I got to fight with my own Knicks fans because they be thinking ridiculous. So it's good to have someone around that's dwelling in reality right now, even if it's at the expense of us. Yo, Blockchain says no Westbrook. Yo, Splint, real quick though, you think we should get Westbrook? I appreciate you letting people know I'm on right now, Splint. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not for a chat. You want to keep Randall, I'm with that too, but what's up? You think we should try to get Westbrook, Splint? I don't, man. You said Block Boy says Westbrook's IQ is too low. He makes decisions based off his emotions too much. He's not smart enough with the ball. Simple. You know what's fucked up? Because that the triple-double seasons he had, he exhibited both. So you're not wrong, but he also showed that he was capable. I just don't feel like it's worth it with the settings that we have because we'll just get to the first round of the playoffs like he did in Oklahoma City. It'll be the same situation right now with us and the same colors. Niggas stole our colors and shit. Yo, I'm still tight about that too. Word. I think that Russell Westbrook, Blockchain says, I don't want to take nothing away from his talents, but he's just not the leading type of player we need. Exactly, bro. Word. That's basically my stance on it. I don't want to diminish or discredit him for certain shit, but clearly his outcomes speak for themselves. This is why it's crazy when I suggested Rondo, how people jump down my back because of the little bit of negative things that, you know, he has on his track record, but it's based on the desire to win compared to somebody like Westbrook, who, like I said, Carmelo had to be the fall guy for that situation over there, which was fucked up. Niggas really fucked up Carmelo's career to try to make excuses for Westbrook and Paul George, and both of them niggas is fucking hot garbage when it matters. And Carmelo showed you in the right situation, he still got it and no way he never lost it. So Esco says, who's set to make an offer over the next 3 seasons? That's what? 132 million for 3 seasons for Westbrook. You gonna make me throw up, bro. You gonna make me throw up, fam. Word. That shit just made me nauseous, fam. They better not even. Listen, I'll never drop my colors, but I will put them on timeout. Word. Right now, the Giants is on timeout. You haven't seen me wearing no Giants apparel for a reason. You know, I always got a Yankees hat, a Knicks hat on or something to represent my teams, but the Giants is on timeout. Once Saquon got hurt, I already knew what it was. And I'm not even mad at the Giants because they're not making wrong moves right now. They're actually moving in the right direction. It's just going to take time. But the Knicks, if they do the shit, man. So let me see. Hold up. Spence says facts. There's no more position players anymore. The game has changed. That's right, bro. Yeah, Westbrook. That's what Westbrook's making. Stop laughing at us, Esco. Yeah, I'm not with that. Blockchain Boy says, you hear they talking about a Paul George trade? Paul George to New York? Wow. I don't want him either. Let me see real quick. I'm going to get to that, Blockchain. Let me just read the rest of the comments. You think that Blockchain says he don't think that Paul George will be a bad look if we put shooters around him and RJ and keep Mitch. And you said PG is just not he's not a good go-to clutch player. You can't rely on him. I know that's my problem with him. That's why I don't want to give him the money that it would take to keep him here and have him here, and the things it'll cost us to get him here is not worth it knowing the player that he is at the end of it. What you get, bottom line. I don't want players that's just very good regular season players, and then when we make it to the playoffs, we get bumped in the first round, and we fucking, we the second ranked team, the third ranked team, and instead of us moving it forward, we getting bumped because that's what Paul George and Westbrook teams. That's what happens to them. Hey yo, Esco said I lost so much money on Paul George in the DraftKings. Waiting for him to heat up in a good match, Yo, bro, I couldn't imagine how many times when you bet on the game thinking about Paul George and his matchup and thinking that the team was going to win. Like I said, yo, Carmelo was a real big fall guy, man, for the Knicks and for OKC when they had Westbrook and Paul George. Work. And they both left, and we see what they both offered the new teams they on, who thought that they were the piece that they needed so that they could take that next step. And they both fell short. Houston was bugging. I don't know why Houston even traded for Westbrook when they basically the same type of player, even though they, they execute differently, but the overall, you get the same results. And you have to run your team the same way. You feel me? D'Antoni will love Westbrook, I'm sure. But they not winning shit like that. You said that looks good. Oh, what he made, yo, I missed it. Blockchain says Melo's still better than most of these players. Facts. Yeah, bro. Word. And like I said, you know how it is. The truth always end up coming to light in retrospect. Sometimes it takes past getting that moment to look back and see what really made things transpire the way they did. And it wasn't Melo. Once again, the media always got a narrative. We got to remember these organizations between politics and these fucking companies, yo, they pay the media to sway our opinion. And a lot of us are brainwashed. And we so trained at listening to the media and following the hidden messages in movies and TV programs. And a lot of us don't know how to think on our own and think for ourselves. And some of us believe that our thoughts are our own when they're not. They're planted there. Do I think bringing Melo back is a good idea? For the Knicks, it's a good idea. For Melo, I don't know. In reality, I don't know if the Knicks deserve to get Melo back. But I do respect the fact that Melo is not a ring chaser. like most of his peers. That's where he doesn't get credit. It really hurts me that he chose to stay with the Knicks. Everyone tries to say it's because of money. Like Marbury, I noticed that about the NBA. When certain players don't make their career choice, that the media and I guess the higher ups, they plant that seed. If they don't get these players to do certain maneuvers they want, then they start bad mouthing these players, man. And a lot of times we don't know, like with Marbury. Marbury wanted to come to the Knicks. That's why he left Minnesota. He didn't want to play with Minnesota. He didn't like that city. He didn't want to be there. So they shipped him to the Nets, which was the next best thing to home as far as geography. I don't know about team wise, but Keith Van Horn and Marbury was fun. That was fun to watch for a little minute. You know what I mean? But Carmelo, the same thing. Carmelo, I don't think Carmelo, and if you ask him, excuse me, and they did ask him, his money, it wasn't based on money. That was just a residual reward for the type of player he had become, what he put in to demand that market. The reality was his heart was in New York and he wanted to be here. He didn't want to go play for Esco's team on a juiced up team and win a chip, because we all know that those fellas plan to go play there together, and that Bosh was a replacement player because Melo was like, nah, I'm going to New York. I'm chilling. And so for that, I will always be loyal to Melo because I knew what his motives were when he came here and while he was here. And the organization failed him. And going forward, just like Patrick Ewing, the fans fail him. And they look at shit in a real selfish, unrealistic manner, delusional, nothing based off facts. And it's just whack to stand there and listen to this bullshit constantly. Thank you, Splint. Mellow facts, right? Am I wrong? I'm not trying to. I don't feel this way. This is what I see to be factual. I did express how I feel right now as far as my loyalty towards him, like I said, because he demonstrated loyalty to my team. And yeah, man, I would love to have Melo back, man, but I don't think that the Knicks deserve him right now. I think Melo does deserve a ring or to be on a competitor and, try to take out LeBron's little put-together teams as usual. Yo, that shit is so whack, bro. LeBron James is such a fool. Word. But that's what happens when you spoil and your parents give you the keys to their car, the luxury vehicle, when you just get your license. You know what I mean? When the NBA knew LeBron was coming and they saw what his revenue was like, his potential, because he was getting high school games put on TV, they was definitely going to run with that shit. And they did, man. But what happened was LeBron he didn't have that in him to sit there and build the winner. And time started running out. Mike already started winning rings at a certain point. And LeBron got to a point in his career, he knew 6 rings is a lot to compete with. I got to do something if I want to have my name put there with Mike. And I think that was a mistake, man, because he's never going to get credit. I will never compare him to Kobe, Mike, or Kareem. Ever. Ever. Hey, yo, Splint said PG is G rated for garbage. Hey, yo. Let me see here. I'm sorry, y'all. I was ranting on and I didn't pay attention to the chat. Yeah, Splint. Westbrook is getting 132 million, bro. I want no parts of that. No parts of that. Damn, my house is getting hot. Where I made some black eyed peas, y'all. Woo! With some smoked turkey in there, smoked turkey wings. Oh, Lord, I can't wait. I'm about to eat in a minute. Word, with some brown rice, I'm about to eat right. Got some kale ready. You know what I mean? Throw some sesame, ginger, fucking dressing on the kale a little bit. I'm be all right, y'all. But for real though, I don't know, man. I would love to have Melo back, but I don't think Chris Paul is a good enough excuse. I don't think Melo coming back is a good enough excuse to get Chris Paul. Basically, I feel like they put that out there to see if they could sway the fans to accepting this Chris Paul situation. because they know a lot of us love Melo, and we would like to see him back. But at the end of the day, I don't think it's worth it for either side, because, like I said, they're not ready for him, and they're not going to do what they need to do. They can't. We're not in a position. We're about 3 years away from actually being a good team, man. We have so many question marks with our roster. Like I said, we got players in the G League that need a shot. Word, man. We got to get our shit together before we start taking on superstars that's ready to win right now, because we're not ready to win right now. You know what I mean? You got to know your place, man. Feel me? And that's the truth, bro. It's not even, that's life. You got to know your place. Feel me? If you try to take on more than you can, what's going to happen? You're going to be in trouble. You're going to need help. And that's what we keep doing. And I'm tired of getting players that's washed up. I'm tired of getting players washed up, gimpy motherfuckers that used to be a superstar. Now you're a fucking gimp and we giving you $100 million. I don't want to do that no more. Yo, Splint says, I said the same thing about Westbrook in the bid. I knew that wasn't going to work. Two nuts don't work. It's true unless it's, you know what I mean? Unless it's a scrotum, two nuts ain't working. Word. That's the truth, though, Split. Yo, this blunt's for you, man. Blockchain. I understand, man. You got to come see me in Massachusetts, baby. You ain't never got to worry about that. Dispensaries. And I'm growing. Word. It's legal. Why you think I'm here, bro? Better life, bro. I love New York. I miss everybody. But I'm trying to elevate myself, elevate my game, man. I need a little isolation, man. So I came to enemy territory where I ain't fucking with nobody, because ain't nothing but Patriots fans, Celtic fans around me, and I don't fuck with none of them. Nah, I'm not in the Hamptons, but I am in Western Mass, though. You going down the block? Yo, holla at me anytime. I got room, man. Splint, I know you ready to come up here. I'll probably come and get you soon, but I know you working right now. Yo, son. Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, I already got some business. Yo, I came out here I'm going to get rich, y'all. This is a hobby right now. I'm about to go. I got to go to work soon. I got a lot of business ventures, man. And my music, yo, I got shit. I've been telling niggas, man. Niggas don't, not y'all. I'm not attacking y'all. Split, no. But I got a lot of things that it could be very lucrative, but it's like brothers don't want to get with you until they see you doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to put my peoples on before outsiders are the ones that's my team. But I got a few things, bro. It's more than one avenue I'm going down. Me and Splint got the cooking shit already lined up. If y'all haven't seen, y'all need to go to Keto Life Health on Facebook. Y'all need to go check out my page. You know anybody overweight? You know anybody that wants to improve the way they eat? They need to holler at that page and then book a session with me or Splint, because we could definitely help you. You know what I'm saying? With meal plans, all that. Not to be promoting my business on here, because this is my sports channel. But yo, I got shit going, Esco. Holla at me, man. This is just the beginning, man. Yeah, get my contact from Blockchain, man. Or just DM me on Facebook. Blockchain, I fucking love you, baby. I fucking love you, man. I swear, man. I gotta get with you, man. Me and you got a bond, man. Word. We definitely got a bond, man. I miss you, bro. I miss being at your crib, getting my ass bust on PlayStation. Word. I got you, Block. I got you. Word. Nothing but love, family. But yo, definitely fan going on. So people need to holler at me that's business minded. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for no donations. I'm gonna do the shit myself, whether people get down with me or not. That's why I moved down here, so I could get focused, y'all. Word. I'm focusing on, man. Right now, I am living my best life. I'm just not advertising it. I don't believe in all of that fake life that people's living on Instagram and shit. I post things here and there, but if y'all notice, I don't take pictures of myself getting fresh with Jordans, drinking, this and that. You know what I mean? I do shit. I post certain things for a reason because I have plans. So when you see me posting bud on my Instagram page and you see me posting food, it's because I have vested interest in those things, man. I'm that fake Instagram model life. I'm trying to fight. I'm fighting now with my family about that shit. That whole fake world people living in, y'all gotta stop that shit, man. But that's not for this channel, man. Word. So back to the sports, though. I just wanted to let y'all know, man. My team, my fellas that showing me support right here, or my wrench gang, word up. We gotta connect. We gotta link. Y'all niggas need to come out whenever y'all got time, man. It's beautiful out here, B. Word. And so that y'all can see how I be walking around with my Knicks apparel and my Yankee. Yo, I stay with the Yankee shit on every day. I got my, y'all know, keep the Yankee fitted on every day. You should see the looks I get, yo. And I love it. Don't talk to me then. Word. Speaking of the Yankees, y'all, real quick. I don't want to hop off too long. Yeah, I'm gonna check the comments. Right now, I can't really, I don't want to just because niggas is on the chat. So I'm trying to make sure that I stay away. Niggas is watching the live. So, but I'm gonna definitely check the comments, Master Splint. Let's, like I said, man, with the Yankees, we got to be patient with them. That's the frustrating thing. Every fucking team in New York right now is like, damn, if either we rebuild it or we have to give the units time to grow. The Yankees could use another bat. But, the bats in the Yankees, man, I don't know, man. I just think we got to be patient with them. One more bat would be nice. We got to make sure that we keep the farm system popping and develop some pitching, man, in the system, man. All of that buying championships, that shit don't work, especially not in baseball. It's not working, it don't work no more. I mean, don't get me wrong, it works, but there's so many teams that got bread now, and anybody could be a star in any market where it's the same thing like for the Knicks, that market shit. I mean, don't get me wrong, you still gonna make the most money here, but some niggas is not, looking to shine like that, and they happy with, media core opportunities. They don't actually they may not want that high life, man. That's the only shit that sucks about this era with the internet too. It's fucked up our market and our value in New York because it takes away from the fact that this was a place centralized in promoting yourself in business, and now you see how all these hoes be doing. You can promote yourself anywhere. Hey, yo, Master Splinter said, real talk, Dolan needs to slip on the MTA platform so players will come to New York again. Man, yeah, there's a lot of things hindering us, man. Yo, please don't get mad at me, y'all. When I say this, y'all, I don't have as much beef with James Dolan as everybody else, man. I'm actually one of those fans who's grateful for him making the efforts that he's made. Were they always the smart moves? No. The shit that the media does to attack him as a person, I don't involve myself in that, because I realize the media does that. Don't get on me. I'm just using this as a metaphor. But Trump, Rondo, all of these people, every time the media attacks people, it's a hidden agenda behind it. And for us fans to take that position as well, when we personally don't know these people, we personally never ever interacted with them, but we'll have an opinion. Oh, Trump is an asshole. Oh, James Dolan is an idiot. Like, come on. Now, not for nothing, keep it 100. Please, y'all. I'm going to ask y'all a question. Y'all keep getting on James Dolan. If Charles Oakley was going to fuck you up, if Charles Oakley was threatening you, Charles Oakley, you not calling security? If Charles Oakley come in your crib and start getting hostile in your house, you not going to want him to fuck out of there? I'm sorry. Wow. Yo, Splint, word? Yo, bro, Maybe I'll come down and snatch you. I ain't know you wanna. All right. Only thing is that I'm working right now, so sometimes you have to be in the crib and shit. I know that, Splint. I already know, man. You my ace, man. Word. I already know, Papa. Yo, you fuck around and come out here and don't want to leave. I'm telling you, this shit is beautiful. Beautiful. My setup, all that is just inspiring. I'm not bragging, bro. You know I'm not like that. I'm just saying, like, I'm comfortable, bro. I got peace, man. I love this life that I found, bro. This shit is really fire. It's just so different. I can always go to the hood if I want to. I got a 2-hour drive there, 2-3 hours. I'll be in the hood. But when I get there, fam, I'm ready to go. And I never used to be like that. I love New York, y'all. I'm always be New York no matter where I go. I was in Colorado on my New York shit. Word, yo. I'm at Georgia was on my. I'm never going to change. I'm never going. Yo, in Georgia, they was like, oh, you talk like you in the mafia. Nigga, I'm from the Northeast. I got a Northeastern accent, motherfucker. How I supposed to sound? Yo, this shit is crazy, yo. But yo, I love New York, man. New York is the shit. Our teams is shitty though right now. We got to get our shit together. Word. I know this live is gonna be 2 hours almost there. I've been on here for 1 hour and 45 minutes. But once again, I love my peoples. I appreciate y'all. You know, shout out to White Falcon and Steve. I know they're gonna be tight that they missed this live right here because the chat was popping today. Yo, thank you fellas that came on the chat. Y'all made the chat live. I appreciate that shit, y'all. I really do, man. And right now, it's only 4 or 5 of y'all. But you know what? We're going to grow. Yo, Blockchain just said some shit that niggas be attacking me, but Dolan don't shoot the ball. That shit is the truth. This is what I'm saying. He spent his bread, bro. He spent his bread. He spent his look what he did with Melo. Yo, real quick, y'all. I'm glad, real quick, before I get off, I want to close on this note. Why the fuck do people always complain about what we gave up for Melo? Like it destroyed. Who the fuck is Gallinari? Who the fuck is Wilson Chip? What the fuck they did? What we gave up? Why niggas always trying to discredit? Yo, what y'all think about that shit, y'all? Come on, man. Talk about we gave up so much. We gave up the whole team. What the fuck was Raymond Felton doing? The same shit Alfred Payton does with Randall, only giving one nigga the ball. It's the only nigga you know how to play with. You got 13, you got 15 other niggas. Was Palmy now? He's one of them. And you got 10 other niggas besides you and that nigga, and you always passing the ball to that one nigga. Get the fuck out of here, B. Come on, bro. Don't get me wrong. Felton and Amari had a nice little run, but that's all it was, bro. In the playoffs, Felton didn't give us shit. Amari went and did some sucker shit because he was mad at gonna go punch and shit instead of just playing better. Give us 20 and 10 consistently. You worrying about Carmelo's popularity. Yo, was a lot of sucker shit going on here, y'all. But the worst shit is the fans, fam. What we gave up. Please explain to me what we gave up. What we was winning with them niggas. What fucking future? It's 2020. Where the fuck is Wilson Chandler? And what the fuck is Gallinari doing? And I'm not saying they're not good players, but they the reason why where we at, because we don't have them. They were gonna carry us to a championship. I smacked the shit out of you. Splint says, yeah. Splint, you saying that his attitude towards the players and the coaches is why no one's come. That's not true, Splint. Dolan doesn't have a bad reputation with his players at all. All the players love him. Only certain players. And the certain players is niggas that's kind of like headaches, like Oakley. Who else? It's niggas that's kind of failures too. Like Oakley's the only official nigga that got beef with Dolan. All of the stars that came here, Stoudemire, Amari, Marbury, everybody, Dolan never mistreated them. They all admitted that Dolan was a good owner. The only reason why people, like I said, the media, they have a problem with him. They don't want him here. I don't know what happened in the media room at the Garden one day. He probably didn't give out no, he didn't put out no bagels and coffee or something. Remember, I worked at the Garden, man, and not for nothing, I came across James Dolan one time. And that's no lie. Yo, he wasn't too big to stop and say what's up to me, fam. All right? And James Dolan is the only man with an entire black staff. Maybe that's why they got a problem with him, because he fuck with niggas. Do y'all remember how Isaiah Thomas shit played out? But in reality, what was going on here? We were growing. We were winning. We had value. We had picks. We had Nate Robinson. We had David Lee. The media didn't want it to work. When Marbury came, they didn't want it to work. Remember? The Isaiah years, I could break that shit down so well. I'm not gonna say accurately, but I could get close to every move that Dolan and Isaiah Thomas made. Were good moves that were improving the Knicks at the moment, whether they worked out or not. And I get tired of people getting mad at teams when shit don't work out, but when it's happening, they don't have a problem with it. We didn't have no center. There was no Eddie Curry when we got Jerome James. Jerome James bust ass in the playoffs the year before we signed him. Yeah, we gave him a lot of bread, but we didn't have no center and we was desperate. Remember that? Remember we had Crawford and Marbury. Remember we had Eddie Curry. Remember that shit wasn't working out, but he was still smart enough to draft David Lee, Nate Robinson, Trevor Ariza. Remember how they chased Lenny Wilkins out of here? Fucked that whole bag up. And then brought dumbass Larry Brown, who at that time, for some reason, didn't mature into the coach he needed to be. What he went through with Iverson, he had to learn too. If you go back and you look at that story, Larry Brown was on some bullshit with Iverson, but he was also playing a game, throwing people off with Iverson. Him and Iverson had an understanding. When he came here, he wanted Marbury to be Iverson. How you gonna ask another nigga to be his rival when you, in reality? Y'all don't look at the disrespect and the angles of other people because y'all already pick who's the bad guy without any details. Yo, I'm out of here too, y'all. I just had to say what I had to say. Yo, Splint, it's just me and you. Yo, I'm about to go to work. You do your thing. Yo, if anything, hit me on the joint. To all my peoples that came on, thank you for coming. To anybody that watches the video after the live, I appreciate you. Make sure you subscribe, give a thumbs up, and I'm gonna post when the next live is. Y'all already know it's the Vamp Camp on a late night on Saturday. I'm coming on at midnight. You know what I mean? We're gonna do that late night shit. So I'm gonna holler at y'all. Blockchain, Esco, Split, all of y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man. Like I said, if y'all could be there Saturday. And on that note, I'm out of here because I got it like that. Peace, family.